Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Southeast Queensland Storms, coming to you on this Saturday, the 15th of November 2025, and it certainly has been a stormy afternoon across Southeast Queensland this afternoon, and we do have severe storm activity continuing across Southeast Queensland this afternoon. And on our previous streams this afternoon, we've been giving you those updates, and we do have more severe storms currently moving towards Brisbane's north side. So we do have a severe storm currently just to the east of Kilcoy, moving east towards Caboolture and surrounding areas. You'd most likely include Morayfield in that, most likely Alimba. So a severe storm east of Kilcoy moving towards Caboolture and surrounding areas. That's warned by the Bureau for damaging winds, large hail and heavy rainfall. I'm currently back at Strathpine. Looking to the west, and I'm looking at this severe storm at Esk at the moment that is currently moving directly towards me here at Strathpine. I'm just up from the guide dogs on a little hill here with a nice little vantage point across the Bald Hills Flats back towards the north, and we're going to watch this severe storm come across from Esk. There's another severe storm just south of Laidley, currently moving east towards, just south of Ipswich, towards the Logan area. So if you're in Logan, definitely take shelter in that area. Again, all these severe storms I'm talking about are all warned for damaging winds, large hail and heavy rainfall. And the last severe storm is now just making its way over the Queensland-New South Wales border into northern New South Wales, just giving Rathdowney a bit of a brush on the southern side of Rathdowney. Really edge stuff there as it moves into northern New South Wales. So the storm I'm currently on is looks like it's got the possibility of 5 centimetre hail as it comes through just east of Fernvale. It's coming through Mount Glorious, Fernvale at the moment, moving in between Strathpine and the Brisbane CBD. So if you're on Brisbane's north side, between Brisbane CBD up to Strathpine, and then that continues all the way up towards Redcliffe, and then another severe storm east of Kilcoy moving towards Caboolture and most likely over towards Bribie Island as well. It's just a little bit off camera, and if I just move the vehicle just a little bit further around to the right, that's the severe storm activity up towards Caboolture, Kilcoy, that's moving towards Bribie Island. But we're focusing in on what is happening over here as this severe storm moves through from Esk, and there is the shot there that we're looking at. So we're going to stay here for a little bit. I will stream with you as long as I can. The last stream was interrupted with connection issues, but it looks to be good at the moment, and we just have a look at what is happening over here, and I'll just make sure that we're looking at the right spot. Had a nice little CG before. See if we can just straighten up and just focus up here. There we go. So we'll just see what happens here over the next little bit. But nice severe storm coming our way here at Strathpine. So we're going to stick here a little bit and see what happens. But yeah, it's been a good afternoon. Thank you for tuning into the stream. We'll just go through and have a look at who we've got. So we've got Dirk from Bly on with us. Good afternoon to you, Dirk. Thanks for tuning in. Amy Corrine up there at Burpengary. Hello, Amy. Good to have you with us. Lee Gray as well. Good afternoon to you, Lee. And that's who's on the stream. We've got 6 people on the stream, which is good to see. 6 is better than none. So if you'd like to share this stream link to your friends, simply just copy it and share it out. Let's get as many people on the stream as we can. Now, this storm I'm looking at is showing large hail potential, possibly up to 5 centimetres, which would put it on giant hail limitations. And we're just seeing which way it is coming through as it comes through here from Esk. Just looking at it on the radar, it's coming through Caminia and Red Cedar at the moment, pushing through to Samford Valley, which is where I was before. But we should have some nice little lightning bolts out here. Hopefully we can catch one on the stream. A nice CG, a cloud to ground strike, or often referred to as a CG, cloud to ground strike. Let's hopefully we get something. But we can see across the mountains there, we can see the storm's just starting to roll in across from Esk over the mountain range. Should get some precipitation here pretty shortly too, some light rain ahead of it. And you can see it, I might be able to see it on the windshield, I'm not sure if you can. But yes, should be rolling through within the next half an hour or so, we would think. So I'm not going to get the drone out at the moment. obviously don't want to get the drone wet. So yeah, Dirk, let's see what we can get. Let's see if we can get a nice flang or a nice CG strike in here somewhere. I did, just before as I was setting the stream up, we did have one. Again, further to the right of the stream is the severe storm activity occurring up at Kilcoy at the moment. And looking at that storm there as it comes east of Kilcoy, just between Woodford and Diagula at the moment, we're seeing a nice hail core on that storm. And you would have remembered on the last stream I did, I was talking about pushing up to Caboolture to get that storm, and then I decided against it. Probably kind of regretting it now, but we're still in a good position here to see what comes through from Esk. But if you're up there in Woodford Diagula, got a nice hail core pushing in there towards Beerburra, Malimba, Wamuran Way, Donnybrook. So if you're up there, Beerburra, Alimba, Donnybrook, Torval, Wamuran, Diagula, Woodford, got some potential for large hail there with that severe storm as it moves east from Kilcoy towards Bribie Island. And then again, I'm further south on this severe storm coming through from Esk, which is on your stream at the moment. That's what we're watching at the moment. And I'm at Strathpine, pretty much directly in the path of it as it comes through. And I've just got a vehicle pulling up beside me with a bit of a curious look on the occupants. And then we've got further south, we've got that severe storm just coming through, coming through Kalbar Boona at the moment as well. We've got some moderate heavy rainfall and strong wind potential with that one as well. So plenty of storm activity still progressing across this afternoon. And then we've got that other severe storm just south of Rathdowney moving along the Queensland-New South Wales border and into northern New South Wales. So just got a car pulling up beside me. Elderly lady's having a cigarette. There we go. So hopefully doesn't interrupt the stream. So we're going to sit here for a little bit and just see what happens with this severe storm coming through from Esk. And 8 people on the stream, which is good. So if you're just joining us, I'm currently in Strathpine, just watching a severe storm rolling through from the Esk direction. It is warned for damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall. From the radar imagery I can see, it doesn't look to really appear to have some well, according to this now, giant hail potential coming through of 5 centimetres or more as it moves through Strathpine to Brisbane, between Strathpine and Brisbane. So that would probably be, yeah, there we go. So radar scope's just updating for me now, and I am starting to see that hail core on it now. So back towards, would we have time to get back to Samford Valley? We might start heading that way. We might just start heading that way and see what we can get, ladies and gents. So we're back on the chase, we're back on the move. And we're gonna head towards Samford Valley again, where we were on the last stream. And we'll see if we can just start making our way out there. We might even, let's go for a little bit of a look. So we're going to head in towards Brendale and we'll just see what we can see. I don't know if I want to commit all the way into Samford just yet. I would like to maybe push further over towards maybe Zilmere. But again, if you're in Brisbane's north side, if you're between the Brisbane CBD and up to Caboolture, severe thunderstorm activity currently moving through Brisbane's north side. Firstly, a severe storm with damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall, currently moving through east of Kilcoy through the Woodford, Diagula areas. Does have the potential for large hail, and I am seeing a hail core on that storm just between Woodford, Beerburra, Alimba and Diagula. So if you're in the Beerburra, Alimba area, possibly up to the Glasshouse Mountains, might be worth to seek some shelter from the risk of large hail. But again, that severe storm moving east over towards Bribie Island, and it is warned for damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall. I'm currently on this severe storm moving through from Esk towards areas from Marumba Downs through to the Brisbane CBD. And again, this storm is warned for damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall. And then further south, there's severe storm activity continuing to our south as well, with that severe storm down at Ipswich. It's currently through Calbar at the moment, up towards Roadvale. Again, that's warned for damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall. There we go. You can just start to see a little flash just there. And then further south to that, down to Rathdowney, there's another severe storm down there for damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall moving through Rathdowney at the moment as well. So plenty of severe storm activity continuing this afternoon across southeast Queensland. This storm activity is to persist into tonight. And if I look further to the west, we've got another storms popping up again near Crow's Nest, Goombungee and Hayden. So further storms developing out Crow's Nest behind these current ones moving through. So we are likely to still see storm activity into this evening, and there's further storms developing out of Pittsworth, Clifton and Allara as well, and then storm activity continuing way further north up to Gomerri, Cherbourg, north of Kingaroy up there. So we're just going to come into Brendale here. We're just going to have a little look at what is going on, and as we can see, I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but towards the mountains we can see the rain definitely coming over the mountain ranges there. But yes, according to Weather Watch Met Centre, this severe storm coming into Brisbane's north between the Brisbane CBD and Strathpine, definitely showing the potential for some large hail, possibly giant hail, 5 centimetres, up to 5 centimetres, as it comes through between Mount Glorious and Fernvale. It's coming through between Mount Glorious and Fernvale at the moment, moving towards Strathpine, areas from Strathpine through to the Brisbane CBD. So if you're in Brisbane's north side there, in those areas, and that's quite a few areas from the CBD to Strathpine, definitely keep an eye on this storm coming through from the west through Mount Glorious and Fernvale. Okay, latest radar scan on Weather Watch Met Centre has the hail markers dropping right off, and it's more coming back to heavy rain, moderate to heavy rainfall. The severe storm further north up at Woodford, Caboolture is intensifying. That's now showing potential giant hail markers of 5 centimetres or more at Woodford. So that severe storm I talked about moving through to Diagula, Beerburrum, Glasshouse Mountains, up that way. Keep an eye out on the hail potential there. Beerburrum, Malimba, Diagula, up to the Glasshouse Mountains. But definitely if you're in Beerburrum, probably time to seek shelter to that storm to your west coming through from Woodford and Diagula. Now I was going to target that storm when I left the storm earlier in the day from Samford. Probably see, if we just look further to the right, that is that storm up there at the moment. We're not going to catch that now, where we are down here in Brendale, Strathpine. It's only really intensified once it's hit the Woodford area. But again, if you're in Beerburrum up to the Glasshouse Mountains, between Alimba to Beerburrum, Glasshouse Mountains, Woodford, Diagula around that way, severe storm moving through your area with the potential for giant hail now, and as well as damaging winds and heavy rainfall. We will keep an eye on that to see if the Bureau upgrades that from a severe storm to a very dangerous storm. They have not done at this stage, but if the risk of giant hail is there, they may upgrade to a very dangerous storm. So we're continuing to push into Brendale to have a look at what's coming through here from the Mount Glorious Fernvale direction towards Strathpine. And I won't go all the way over into Eaton's Hill. I would rather stay just in between Brendale and Strathpine at the moment. You can start to hear the rainfall on the windshield starting just to get a little bit heavier. But if we take a look to our right, you can kind of see half of it on the stream, but further to the right of our picture is that severe storm activity up there at Woodford. Woodford at the moment moving towards Beerburrum, Alimba, Glasshouse Mountains over towards Bribie Island. So even if you're on Bribie Island at the moment, it'll probably be worth taking shelter if you're on Bribie Island as this severe storm rolls your way. And then we have further severe storm activity, yes, as I said, further up near, just to the east of Proston, up near Gomerri, Cherbourg way, up that way. We're not going to get into that one. 10 people on the stream this afternoon. If you're just tuning into our stream, good afternoon to you. Welcome to Southeast Queensland Storms on YouTube. Currently live on the chase, chasing a severe storm again, moving into the Brisbane's north side, into the Strathpine area, in towards Samford Valley that way. Had an earlier severe storm move in this exact path. It weakened off as I got to it at Samford. It did weaken back, below severe storm limits. But we've got another one coming back through. Definitely got some heavy rain in it. I'm seeing moderate to heavy rainfall between Mount Glorious and Fernvale as this pushes in. We're just in the light stuff at the moment. This light green rain colours ahead of it is just light rain ahead of the main core of the storm, which is behind this. So I'm just in the light rain at the moment. Just looking for a place to kind of do a bit of a U-turn. Actually, while we're here, we might just take a right here and head back down Old North Road into Warner, and might get a look up near Cremzo Road if we can have a look up the top of the hill there and see what's happening. But definitely the storm of interest at the moment is up at Woodford, moving east towards Glasshouse Mountains, Beerburrum, Alimba, Bribie Island, showing the potential for giant hail in that storm. Still remains a severe storm by the Bureau. It is warned for damaging winds, large hail and heavy rainfall. We will get a gaze of it here when we turn right. We're also seeing a strong storm potential just between Rosewood and Amberley. But again, got a kind of a line of storms here, a line of storms pushing east. Severe storms extending from Kilcoy all the way down to Rathdowney, moving eastwards. Seeing moderate to heavy rainfall over Boona, moving towards Bow Desert. Strong storm potential between Rosewood and Amberley, moving eastwards through to Brisbane's west and just south of the Brisbane CBD. And then this is what we're on here north of Brisbane, coming through from Esk. Definitely got moderate to heavy rainfall on this, moving in towards Strathpine, Bald Hills, the Petrie area, and then further north, again, severe storm up Woodford, moving east towards Bribie Island, towards Alimba, Glasshouse Mountains. It's definitely got the potential for large hail, rainfall and damaging wind with it. We've essentially got 1, 2, 3, 4 severe storms up from Kilcoy to Rathdowney. There's 4 of them. They're moving east to southeast. The one at Rathdowney, the one at just near Boona is moving down towards the southeast, towards Rathdowney, and then the ones north of that are moving east-northeast. So here we go here. So that's what's happening up towards Woodford. We're going to come onto Cremzo Road here and see if we've got any visual from the tops of the hills down here. But again, we've got severe storm in between Boona and Rathdowney at the moment, moving towards Bow Desert, Canungra, Springbrook. It looks to be intensifying just a little bit. No hail marker. It's got the potential for large hail in it as it moves east. The Bureau have it moving southeast down to Rathdowney, but looks like we've got severe storm extending from Boona to Rathdowney, moving towards Bow Desert and Canungra, Springbrook. So we always err on the side of caution here, and just if you are in Canungra, Springbrook, Bow Desert and surrounding areas, of course, definitely keep an eye on this severe storm extending from Boona to Rathdowney, moving eastwards from the west. If you're from the Brisbane CBD up to Strathpine, definitely keep an eye on this severe storm moving through from the Mount Glorious Fernvale direction. And then if you're definitely up in Woodford, if you're in Beerburrum, Alimba, Glasshouse Mountains and Bribie Island, I'd certainly be paying attention to that severe storm currently just moving through the Woodford area. Just currently moving through Woodford. It is showing quite a nasty hail core on it, with the possibility of hail up to 5 centimetres with that severe storm. So we're just coming down Cremzo Road here, just going to kind of try and do a U-turn. We're looking towards the east here, and we're just going to try and do a U-turn and see if we can look to our left and see if we've got a vantage point where we can see what is happening to our left. Just trying to look for a good spot here. It's nice and wide open, just need a nice place to kind of park and have a look. Okay, this is a perfect spot here. Just need to find a place to pull over and actually get a look for everyone on the stream. Not really a place to pull over here or there, but we will swing one up. We will swing a U-turn and come back. Oh, there we go, kabang. There's a nice flash on the stream there. Okay, and there we go, a big crack off to my right. So lightning's getting closer. Lightning is getting closer. And we're back now looking in the direction that we should be looking. So we're just at the Bunnings here at Brendale, and yes, plenty of activity happening here. Now if I can just find a place to give you a look. Not really, but if we just kind of face a little bit this way. So yeah, just off to the right, this is what's coming across to us. So we can see, yes, plenty of rain in there, that's for sure. Plenty of rain in there. Unfortunately, there's just not the vantage point that I'm really looking for here without going across the lanes of traffic, which I can't do. I will come down here though and just see if I can maybe reverse. It'd be nice if there was a nice driveway I could reverse up, but unfortunately there's not. But yeah, plenty. We maybe just have a look there, have a look. Yeah, there's starting to see some nice structure, Dirk, on this storm. So obviously, yeah, once I lose this position, I'm down the hill. I'm not really up the hill anymore. So it might be advantageous if we maybe head back to where we were. So we might do that actually. We might continue back to where we were. Starting to see a little bit of a weakening in that hail core up at Woodford, so it might be some good news for those of you in Beerburrum with the hail potential maybe starting to weakening back there, but still the potential for large hail remains. So I think we're going to go back to where we were and get a nice vantage point back there. So we're going to head back to the guide dogs. We're not too far away from it. Lee Gray is the old lady chasing. No, she's not. She was just having a cigarette break, mate. There. So, and this is the joys of chasing in the suburbs. The traffic lights, and getting stuck behind big slow trucks. You can see I'm definitely stuck in the light rain ahead of the storm that is to come. The storm's not here yet. It's still just passed through Mount Glorious and Fernvale, moving towards Strathpine. I am going to, and of course the truck is turning left. I'm going to go back to where I was at the guide dogs, at that nice little hill there over the Ball Hills Flats, and have a look. For those of you in Caboolture, got some more strong storm activity out the back of Caboolture towards the Somerset Dam developing. And here we go, we're just going to get around the truck. There we go. Okay, so we're definitely in the precipitation. We're definitely in the precipitation here now, but it's only light. The more moderate to heavy stuff to come is through back towards Fernvale, Mount Glorious. So I'm just going to head back to our previous position where we were at the guide dogs, and yes, it's definitely looking black and grey back towards that direction, Mount Glorious, Fernvale. If you're wondering where I am on the stream, just left the Brendale area, Cremso Road, and we're coming back to South Pine Road. We're going to head on South Pine Road and we're going to drop back down to Castledine, or Bald Hills. Right on the border of Bald Hills, Castledine, down to the Bunnings at Castledine and JB Hi-Fi. As you can see on the stream here, turn the corner and the rain is definitely set in across Castledine all the way to the east, over towards Moreton Bay. But there's definitely some more moderate and heavier rainfall to come as these storms move through. This is just the light rain ahead of them. So it is good to get the rain. And we're just watching this moderate to heavy rainfall come through from Mount Glorious towards Strathpine. And then we've got that severe storm continuing down between Boonah and Rathdowney at the moment, moving eastwards towards Beaudesert, Canungra, Springbrook, down that way. And then again, severe storm activity just through Woodford now, moving towards Beerburra, Malimba, Glasshouse Mountains, pushing over towards the Bribie Island area, over towards Bribie. If you're just tuning into the stream, good afternoon to you on this wet and stormy 15th of November 2025. I'm currently on the chase north of Brisbane, coming through the Brendale area, making my way back towards Bald Hills, Castledine. But the more I look at this radar, this just looks to be turning into one big rainy mess. Could be a potential MCS, mesoscale convective system, MCS, which is a cluster or a line of storms that form their own system. They do have the potential to deliver heavy rainfall over large areas and operate for extended periods of time. But we can kind of see the line of storms and rain extending from Rathdowney all the way up to Somerset Dam, moving eastwards. So if you're pretty much in areas from Maroochydore, Nambour, all the way down to the Gold Coast, there's rain and storms moving east from the west. It's coming from the west, moving towards the east, and it's just a big line of rain and looks to be embedded thunderstorms. Rain and embedded thunderstorms extending from Nambour all the way down to the Gold Coast. So if you're between Nambour to the Gold Coast, there's a very good chance you're going to see some rain over the next hour as this line of rain and embedded storms moves eastwards from the west. The line extends from Woodford all the way down to Rathdowney, and it's moving eastwards. That's the most simple I can make it. Further storm activity is building further out to the west behind it, out through Crow's Nest, Somerset Dam, back out through Warwick as well. So it could be some more activity moving through as we get into the early hours of this evening from the west. I will just have a look at what is happening further west actually. We'll just take a look. And yeah, still further severe storm activity occurring out at Inglewood. Inglewood looks like to have a ripper of a storm currently moving towards Glenelg in areas between Dalveen and Warwick. So 5 centimetre hail with that storm there at Inglewood. Not warned by the Bureau just yet, but I'd be keeping an eye on what's happening there at Inglewood if you are near Glenelg, especially if you're in Glenelg. But if you're in Warwick and Dalveen, which is just to the northeast of Stanthorpe, Dalveen, northeast of Stanthorpe, I'd just keep an eye on what's happening at Inglewood. Could be another severe storm pop up there very shortly. But we're focusing on what's happening in Brisbane's north side at the moment. So we're just going to come in and head back to our other position. We're in some light rain at the moment, but we've got some more moderate to heavier rainfall coming through from Mount Glorious towards Strathpine very shortly. It doesn't seem to be very lightning active. It's more just it just looks like a big rainy mess with the odd lightning strike in it. Plenty of lightning activity further to the west towards Toogoolawah, Crow's Nest, and Hayden, Gumbunji up that way. Looks to be plenty of stuff going on there. We're just more stuck in a rainy mess at the moment. So, but this is day 2. This is the second day of consecutive storm activity across southeast Queensland. We all saw the severe storm activity roll through Brisbane's metro area, Brisbane's north side, down through the Darling Downs, down through the Scenic Rim, all subject to severe storm activity yesterday afternoon, and this is day number 2. Could be the potential for more storms and more rain tomorrow as we get into Sunday, and also potentially Monday as well. So we could be looking at 4 days of consecutive storm potential across southeast Queensland. So I'm just coming back into the Bald Hills Castledine border. For those of you familiar with this area, just coming up to the JB Hi-Fi and Bunnings at Castledine on the border there of Bald Hills, where the guide dogs is as well. And I'm looking behind me and it is really dark out behind roads this afternoon. Please take care. Please take care if you're on the roads this afternoon. Drive to the conditions. Please don't do anything reckless. Okay, it is extremely dark out here at the moment. I'm just going to get back into position here at the top of the hill. Okay, here we go. friend has left us. Okay, here we go. Okay, just going to swing around here. I hope the stream hasn't frozen. The camera's still rolling, but I hope it hasn't frozen on YouTube. So this is what's coming across. Okay, just going to sit here for a little bit. And let's see what we've got. Plenty of rain out there at the moment. You can see plenty of rain coming down. Mr. Saunders on the stream this afternoon. Good afternoon, James. Great to have you with me, mate. And thanks for tuning in. So this is back at the top of the Bald Hills Flats, for those of you familiar with Brisbane's north side. We are just on the border of Bald Hills, Castledine, Strathpine, looking back towards the west-northwest, and just watching. You can see the mountain. We can't see the mountains. It's obscured by the rain that's coming across, so looks to be really just towards Strathpine all the way through to the Brisbane CBD. Just looks to be more so the rainfall associated with these storms now as they come across. The moderate to heavy rainfall, don't get me wrong, the heavy rainfall still can pose flash flooding risks. They can lead to flash flooding very, very quickly. Further to the north, further to the right of the shop, we've got severe storm activity continuing up around Woodford, Alimba, Beer Barham Way. And we've still got the potential there for some large hail. And we're now seeing a storm. It's just to the north of Esk, which we'll probably have on the stream now, looking that direction. It's just north of Esk, just to the west of Caboolture, and it's intensifying quite quickly as well. That was going to be my target area today, up there at Caboolture and Esk, and I should have followed through with it and gone up there, because I was going to head up there from my first stream. I was going to head up there from Sanford and head up that way. That was my target area up there at Caboolture this afternoon. Kind of kicking myself I didn't go up there, but oh well. It's the nature of storm chasing. You win some, you lose some. But it was definitely a target area today, as Mr. Saunders would say. James and I spoke about this at length this morning while we were out at the airport, and I told James the intention was to go to Caboolture Esk Way, and Kirsty would have known that as well, but just didn't get up there. Decided to drop and chase that storm out at Sanford. It weakened, and then we didn't get back up there, but now it looks like it's definitely the place to be. So again, if you're in Caboolture, keep an eye on this storm just to your west, and we'll just have a look at where that is at the moment. That's going to be the one out at Toogoolawah, so just keep an eye. If you're in Caboolture, Moray Field around there, just keep an eye on what's happening around Toogoolawah. We're seeing the potential for some large hail, heavy rainfall with that storm activity out there at Toogoolawah. So Dave Cox is with us. Good afternoon to you, Dave, one of our valuable donators. Good afternoon to you, Dave. Great to have you on the stream. So I will just adjust the car just a fraction. There we go. So we can see plenty of rain making its way in here to the Strathpine area north of Brisbane. I'm obviously not going to stick the drone up in this. Don't want to get the drone damaged. So we've just got the footage that you see on the screen. And if you look straight ahead, you can definitely just see lots and lots of rain as coming into Strathpine. Got an isolated pocket of heavy rain between coming across Clear Mountain in towards Strathpine. So it is coming towards us. So what you see straight ahead of you is what is coming through Clear Mountain out that way now. So we should have some heavy rain through here very, very shortly. Moderate to heavy rainfall coming through here shortly. So I'm on top of a hill, which is good. Unfortunately, doesn't look to be very, there's 2 lightning strikes out at Clear Mountain, but it doesn't look to be very lightning active as it comes across. The primary risk with this storm looks to be the moderate to heavy rainfall with it, so could have the potential for some flash flooding through areas from Marumba Downs down here to Bracken Ridge, Strathpine, Castledine, Bald Hills. But stay with us here. We're just going to sit here and just watch as this this comes across, essentially. But while we're doing that, let's take a look at what's happening elsewhere. And severe storm activity continues down around Coralbin, in between Boonah and Rathdowney. We've got some severe storm activity through Coralbin. That's on a easterly track towards the Canungra Springbrook area. So if you're in Canungra and Springbrook, surrounding areas, definitely keep an eye on what's happening through Coralbin. We've got storm activity out at Toogoolawah, which you'd be watching if you're in Caboolture at this stage. That's very lightning active up there at Toogoolawah and got a nice little hail core on it. So if you're in Caboolture, definitely keep an eye on what is happening to your west out at Toogoolawah. And then we've got further storm activity occurring out at Crow's Nest, Peachy, Hayden, out there. And all of this activity is shifting towards the southeast coast. So it will make the coastline, there's no doubt about it. If you're on the coast, you will see some wet stuff from now right through to this evening. And the potential for severe storms does remain as we go into tonight as well. So, and we can see out at Inglewood, severe storm activity continuing out there, moving towards Warwick, possibly up to Yangan, Warwick, Allawarra, Leeburn, up that way. So definitely plenty going on the radar. It looks like it's a good afternoon if you're looking for a good afternoon on the couch with some takeaway and some Netflix or Stan or Prime, whichever your streaming service is of choice. It's probably a good afternoon to just curl up on the couch with some takeaway and have a good night in, because it's miserable outside at the moment, as you can see. A rainy, stormy mess is what this is turning into. Nothing really with structure from up here. It's just one big cloudy embedded mess with storms embedded into this rain and cloudy mess, essentially. So, David Cox, that storm at Sanford chased me literally. Dave, yeah, I was out there earlier this afternoon. As I was coming through Yugar and Sanford Valley, it had a nice hail core on it, and then just for some reason it hit Sanford and just died. So it just died. So hence why we pulled off it. And now here we are back at Bald Hills Castledine. So yeah, Dirk, or on the patio with your live stream listening to the thunder. You can always do that too. So yeah, the rainfall just coming in now, just coming through Clear Mountain in towards Strathpine. So we'll stay here for a little bit and watch it come through. We'll see how much it drops. I can see just off to my right just some flashes of lightning. No lightning bolts, just some flashes, some sheets of lightning. But I'd like to be out at Toogoolawah at the moment, just out there, Toogoolawah, in between Toogoolawah and Kilcoy, just north of Toogoolawah, and see what's happening there. So Wamuran, Mount Mee, okay, so that looks like it's more shifting northeast on the latest radar scan. So if you're in Kilcoy, Villeneuve, Royston, Newram, up there, just keep an eye on what's happening at Toogoolawah to your southwest. So if you're at Kilcoy to your southwest, and have a look at just yeah, what's happening through Toogoolawah. Could have a severe storm with some large hail, and another one out at Crow's Nest looks to be intensifying as well. So, but this large band of rain and embedded storms is currently all along the coast now. It extends from Coolum Beach all the way down towards the Gold Coast, and it is continuing to shift east to the coast. And then there's further to the west, we have further storm activity developing, Crow's Nest, out at Inglewood, Leeburn, out that way. So some more activity to come as we move in tonight. And then further north we go up to Kilkeevan, Gomerri, Cherbourg, Nanango. We've got storm activity firing up there now as well. So definitely a wet and stormy afternoon for southeast Queensland this afternoon, which was accurately forecasted by us 2 days ago. Another flash of lightning there, but nothing too significant, nothing too severe here in Strathpine at the moment. If anything, as we said, we've just got this pocket of moderate to heavy rainfall just coming through Clear Mountain, but we are just starting to see a small little purple colour appear just south of Clear Mountain near Yugar, which could indicate the potential for some small hail. Now, what I'm looking at, it's moving between Marumba Downs, down to Strathpine, Bracken Ridge, Tagum, Zilmere, Brighton. Here we go. You'll probably start to hear it get a bit heavier. Here comes the start of the heavy stuff. So latest radar scan shows the moderate and heavy stuff just starting to encroach on Strathpine now. And as you can see on the stream, the whiteout starting to occur across the trees. So here it comes. Here it comes now. We're just starting to get the start of it. There's still some heavy and moderate stuff from Clear Mountain still coming across. And here it comes. So I'm currently, if you're just tuning into the stream now, we've got 13 on the stream. I'm currently in Strathpine, or out just between Strathpine, Bald Hills and Castledine. I'm just up from the guide dogs here at Castledine, Bald Hills, just watching this storm activity come across. Originally started off as a severe storm near Esk, and now it's coming across through Clear Mountain and into Strathpine with some moderate to heavy rainfall, possibly some small hail with it. I'll just check. Okay, yeah, it is showing the possibility of some hail here, so we might see some hail shortly. But if you are in Strathpine, Brighton, Brackenridge, Tagan, Zilmere, gonna get some moderate to heavy rainfall pretty shortly. So I'm at the top of the Bald Hills Flats, and it's coming across now. This is still an officially severe warned thunderstorm by the Bureau. The Bureau has officially warned it as a severe storm for damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall. But as we can see, there's no wind here. There's no wind. It's more so the rainfall, I would say, and the hail potential as it comes through. Still showing potential for small hail now, and as this pocket of moderate to heavy rainfall comes across. Can hardly see the trees now on the flats, which means the rain is coming across this way. It is moving east. It is moving towards Moreton Bay. And it's just starting to get a little bit heavier. The car's getting a nice wash in the process. Again, if you are travelling on the roads this afternoon, please be safe. Drive to the conditions, turn your headlights on, and if you come across any roadways that are flooded, please turn around. Remember, if it's flooded, forget it. Do not attempt to cross any flooded roads, because you just don't know what's happened underneath the water on the roadway, and you'll be putting your life and that of emergency service workers who have to come and rescue you if you get stuck in the flood water. So remember, if it's flooded, forget it, or if it's flooded, turn around, don't drown, is the slogan, the catchphrase that's used in the United States. So, again, Bald Hills, Castledine, Strathpine, seeing some moderate rainfall currently moving through the area. And we've got the pocket of the heavy stuff coming through now from Clear Mountain. So, from now to the next 10-20 minutes, we should see the moderate to heavy rainfall. So if you're in Brighton, Brackenridge, Tagan, Zilmere as well, over to Nudgee Beach, this looks to be coming your way as well. So some moderate heavy rainfall coming your way. The hail potential looks to be dropping out of it as well. So now I would say it's just the rainfall associated with this storm now as it comes across. And I can hardly see those trees in front of me now. I can hardly see those trees out there on the flats, which means obviously the rain is getting heavier as it comes through. And we're in a pretty good position. We're just, Bald Hills. Yeah, so we're going to get some heavy stuff here shortly in Bald Hills. '21 people on the stream, which is great to see. If you're just joining our stream, welcome to Southeast Queensland Storms, live on YouTube, this wet and stormy Saturday, the 15th of November 2025. I'm currently at Bald Hills, just overlooking the Bald Hills Flats, experiencing some moderate rainfall, and we're about to have some heavier rainfall come across in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes or so. The trees in front of me that you could see on the start of the stream are now obscured, covered by the rain. And pretty much what you see in front of you is what's coming across eastwards towards Moreton Bay. It's moving through the Strathpine, Bald Hills, Bracken Ridge, Sandgate, Deagon, Shorncliffe, Brighton, Tagham, Zilmere areas. Bridgeman Downs could also get a burst of heavy rainfall very shortly if you're at Bridgeman Downs. This is officially warned as a severe thunderstorm by the Bureau of Meteorology, but it looks like it is just weakening back to the rainfall as it continues to move east towards the coast, over towards Moreton Bay. But elsewhere we're seeing a severe intense storm just in between Toogoolawah and Kilcoy. It's currently moving towards Kilcoy. So if you're in Kilcoy, Royston, Urim, severe storm with large hail, damaging winds, heavy rainfall. It's very lightning active up there at Kilcoy. So no doubt they're getting a lightning show up there. We've still got storm activity continuing between Landsborough and Beerwah, moving over towards Bribie Island. Storm activity continues further north just east of Gameri, in between Jimna and Gameri. We've got storm activity up there. We've also got a storm popping up at Windera up there as well. Storm activity continues at Crow's Nest. Storm activity continues at Leeburn and east of Inglewood, moving towards Allora and Warwick. And then we've also got storm activity across Coralbin, moving towards Canungra and Springbrook at the moment as well. All this activity is shifting from the west towards the east, and it will reach the east coast as we go through this afternoon and into tonight. And as you can see on the stream, the rain is starting to pick up now. The intensity's starting to pick up. So here it comes. It's getting heavier now. And on the current radar where I am, I'm just starting to get the first taste of it, the first taste of the heavy rainfall. It's about to come through. So this would obviously include areas of Bray Park, Launton, Petrie as well. So all the suburbs I give you this afternoon on the stream, obviously this encompasses surrounding areas as well. So if you're getting heavy rain at Strathpine, very good chance you're getting it at Bray Park, Launton and over at Warner as well. Through to Eaton's Hill. Here we go, it's starting to pick up now. It's good rain. It's good rain. We can see the flooding starting to occur out on the flats. You probably won't see it on the stream, but from what I can see here, yeah, the rainfall's definitely starting to flood areas on the flats there. I can't see the trees now. The trees are obscured by the moderate heavy rainfall coming across, and we're in it now. So we're getting the heavier rainfall now here at Bald Hills, north of Brisbane. Some heavy rain making its way through Bridgeman Downs at the moment, between Strathpine, Bald Hills down to Bridgeman Downs. So that would include Castledine. You should be seeing some heavy rainfall, moderate to heavy rainfall at this time. And then this is moving east over towards Brackenridge, Tagham, Zilmere, Nudgee Beach, Sandgate, Brighton, and those surrounding areas as well. So yeah, some heavy rain pushing through Bridgeman Downs at the moment. So if we wanted to get into some heavier rain, we could move towards Bridgeman Downs, which we might actually do, just to give you a bit of a perspective on what's happening elsewhere around the area. There's not much else to view from the flats, so we're going to go down in towards the Bridgeman Downs area, over towards Bald Hills, towards Bridgeman Downs, and have a look at what's going on. Just see if we can get some heavier rainfall, which we should do. We've just passed the JB Hi-Fi at Castledine. And here we go. So JB Bunnings, Super Cheap Auto, that shopping complex is off to my left. And we're just going to punch in towards Bridgeman Downs. So again, if you are on the roads and you are caught in storms and heavy rain this afternoon, please drive to the conditions, drive safe, turn your headlights on, do not exceed the speed limit, just drive to the conditions, and if you have to, find a safe place to pull over, then do so. You can see that's the Bruce Highway further southbound into Castledine towards Beans Road up that way. We're in Bridgeman Downs now. We've already got some, there we go, we've already got some minor flash flooding starting to occur on the side of the road. And we're really in it now. So we're coming into the heavier stuff now. So take it easy, drive slow, take it easy. Here we go. And enjoy it on the stream, enjoy the heavy rainfall currently moving through Bridgeman Downs, north of Brisbane. Just near Castledine, Bald Hill, Strathpine, we're in a pocket of moderate to heavy rainfall here. And you might need to get the wipers a bit faster. So if you're just tuning in, good afternoon to you. Welcome to Southeast Queensland Storms live on YouTube. Live streaming north of Brisbane in the Bridgeman Downs area, where we're currently experiencing some moderate to heavy rainfall moving through the area associated with severe storm activity. There still remains a severe thunderstorm, officially warned by the Bureau as severe, for damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall, but I would say it's more so the heavy rainfall aspect now. Can't see any real wind of significance and definitely no hail. So I would say it's definitely the heavy rainfall component of this storm, which makes it severe. It does have the potential for flash flooding. As you can see, it is dropping quite a bit of rain quite quickly. We can hardly make out the tail lights of the car in front. So it's going to give this car some extra distance in front. We're not going to go too far in front of it. So we're currently pushing towards the Bridgeman Downs Cemetery. For those familiar with Bridgeman Downs, we're going to go towards the crematorium, lawn cemetery up that way, making our way south. We are also seeing some heavy rainfall pushing through over towards Zilmere, Tagum, Sandgate, Bracken Ridge, Brighton, over that way. So if you're in those areas, you should have this rainfall that we're seeing on the stream here probably in the next 10 to 20, 25 minutes. It's good to see motorists driving to the conditions, taking it nice and easy. There we go, big spray of water. The car next to us just gave us a big spray. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Definitely good rainfall here through Bridgeman Downs. So we're just starting to drop towards the Chermside area. And the water is flowing like a river down the hill here. You can obviously can't see it on the stream, but it's flowing like a river down the roadway here. So we're just going to drive here into Bridgeman Downs towards Chermside and just enjoy this heavy rain. Again, this is warned as a severe thunderstorm by the Bureau. I would say most likely for its heavy rainfall component, which is what we're experiencing. It is also warned for damaging winds and large hail, but I'm definitely not seeing any wind and I'm definitely not seeing any hail. So, as you can see, we can't even see the tail lights of the car in front. The rain is that heavy. We're just going to take it nice and slow through here. Just proceed with caution. And you can hardly see the traffic lights. I don't know how well you can see the traffic lights on the stream, but it's not until we only get very, very close to them that we can actually see them. We're just passing the Pinaroo Lawn Cemetery on my right, and as you can see, there is minor flash flooding occurring in the area with some rainfall accumulating on the side of the road, starting to flood across the road. It's only minor, it's not major, it's only minor. And we're just going to turn right here and push a little further right So if we continue straight ahead, we can see already one motorist has already pulled over to the left-hand side over here. Okay, starting just to see the wind pick up a little bit now. The wind's just starting to pick up now. So the best way to describe it to you at the moment is the rain is just vertical into the side of my car at the moment. So the wind's starting to pick up, sending the rain in vertical. Here we go. All right, now we're really going to punch into the real heavy part of the storm here. We're going to punch into the heavy part. This is making our way back towards Albany Creek, Eaton's Hill. And I just got sprayed from some minor flooding from the lanes of traffic, the opposing lanes of traffic. So cars heading the other way just sprayed water onto the front of my car. Wind's died down, the wind really hasn't picked up. And we're coming back in towards Albany Creek. Okay, so we're just going to take it nice and slow through here. We can see some cars pulling off to the side of the road here just to wait it out, which is a very smart thing to do. But having driven through a lot of storms, heavy rainfall, I'm going to continue on, but just under the speed limit. We're not going faster than the speed limit, because anything can happen in these conditions. Headlights are on, and we're just going to drive to the conditions. So looks like the worst of it is passing, so we will swing back around and we'll head back into Bridgman Downs. There we go. Just easing off through here, you can see, but we'll swing a U-turn. We've got some heavy rain moving through Fernie at the moment. So here we go. So the heavy stuff's still through here in Bridgman Downs. Whee. So heavy rain continuing in Bridgman Downs. We're going to make our way back towards Bald Hill. Again, this is a severe storm moving through Brisbane's north side. Currently moving through Bridgman Downs over towards Tagan, Zilmia, Bracken Ridge, Sandgate, Brighton, Deagon, that direction. The primary risk with this storm is its heavy rainfall, and as you've seen on this stream this afternoon, it does have that heavy rainfall with it. Might even throw out the odd lightning bolt with it, but I haven't seen it just yet. No real, definitely no hail to speak of. It is just the rain, so here we go. More flooding on the side of the, minor flooding on the side of the road. Again, nothing significant, nothing road closure worthy. It's just pooling on the side of the road. And for those of you tuning on the stream, there's 55 of you, which is fantastic to see. I'm currently on Brisbane's north side, just driving through some heavy rainfall in the Bridgman Downs area, moving back towards Bald Hills. And this heavy rainfall is associated with some severe storm activity. And we've just got some tree branches that have come down here. So some tree branches have just come through, down through here at the moment. And this is associated with a severe storm that originally developed out at Esk and has tracked through the Fernvale, Mount Glorious area and now made its way into Brisbane's north. And we're in perfect position to see what it's got to offer. And at the moment, it's just got a real lot of heavy rainfall with it. And it is currently moving towards the Bracken Ridge, Sandgate, Deagon, Tagan, Zilmia, Castledine area. So if you're in those areas, you can definitely expect some heavy rainfall on your doorstep very shortly. and so can those in the Ferny Hills, Everton Park, Grange and Wooloowin areas over towards Wavell Heights as well, Chermside that way. Just seeing some very, very minor tree branches on the roadway here that have come down, nothing significant. Obviously the primary risk with this storm, look at all the flash flooding on the side of the road here. It's all just pooling and just running down the roadway. So the primary risk with this storm on the north side is obviously the heavy rainfall that can lead to flash flooding, like that car just did just there, straight through it. The old Mercedes straight through the rainfall that's pooling on the side of the road. We're just going to take it easy. Hopefully the stream captured that water effect as that Mercedes went flying through that pool of water. And we're just coming back up to Bald Hill. So that rain now making its way into Bracken Ridge and Tagum, Zilmia, that direction now. So there is further storm activity further to the west, developing and continuing further to the west of this. So still more storms to come this afternoon and into tonight. But I'm not seeing any real major flooding of concern through here in Bridgeman Downs. We're going to head back through into Bald Hills, but I'm not seeing any damage, not seeing any flooding of concern. Obviously the roads are wet, take it easy. The rain's really eased off now, so the heavier stuff has passed us. It's moving further east over towards Moreton Bay. I'm on Rogan Road at the intersection of Bridgeman Road and Rogan Road, for those familiar with this area, and the rain has really eased off, whereas a couple of minutes ago it was absolutely pissing down through here. So that's indicative of, and that shows me that it has moved further east. So where the stream camera's facing, it's heading in that direction straight ahead. It's passed through here now and it's moving over towards Brighton, Bracken Ridge, Zilmia, Deagon. And if you look here, this is at the top of Bridgeman Road, looking over towards that Castledine, Marumba Downs direction, and we can still see a blanket of rain through there now. And that is pretty much it. The heavier stuff has passed. It's moving east now out over towards Moreton Bay. Storm activity continues up through Kilcoy. Looks like a ripper of a storm going through Kilcoy at the moment, and continuing to move up towards Mullaney and Conondale up that way. So Dirk, if you're still on the stream, Dirk up there at Blybelow, mate, I would watch what's coming through from Kilcoy, mate. It looks like it's moving up towards Mullaney, Conondale way. It's definitely got a big hail core on it, and it's got plenty of lightning, so mate, keep an eye on what's happening there. Bailey Stevens, the stream's lagging a few times. Yeah, Bailey, unfortunately I can't help that. The connection's good, the internet provider's good. It could just be YouTube as well, so bear with us, but I do appreciate the comment. We're doing the best that we can. James Saunders, I've got some cones you can borrow if it's come across flooding. I know which cones you've... Yeah, no, we're all good. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Bailey Stevens, is it raining in Brisbane? Yes, it is. There's light to moderate rainfall across the Brisbane CBD. Further north where we are, there's that moderate heavy rainfall moving through, and then through Brisbane South, from the Brisbane CBD down to Sunnybank Hills, light rainfall through there at the moment as well. But it's definitely raining across the Brisbane Metro area. We've got further storms to the west. We've got storms out at Rosewood now popping up. We've got further storms at Caminya. We've also got storm activity through Warwick, Sladevale, Yangan again, and then even further storm activity further to the west of Warwick. So yeah, plenty going on this afternoon on the radar. If you're not looking at the BOM website because you hate the new website, then you can still use the old BOM website. You simply go to www.reg.bom.gov.au/Queensland. Just make sure you've got an REG, Romeo Echo Golf. You've got an REG in front of the BOM in your web address, and that will take you to the old platform. So yeah, reg.bom.gov.au/Queensland, and that will take you to the old BOM platform where you can easily find the radar, the warnings, etc. So Yeah, plenty of going on. So all this activity, all this rain and storms developing from the west is moving towards the east. It will reach the coast as we go through the rest of this afternoon and into tonight. So still plenty more rain and storms around to move towards the coast. Thankfully the rain has eased off here at Bald Hills. I'm at the top of the Bald Hills Flats, just moving towards the hotel at the top of the hill. And I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'm sure I'll see the name of it very, very shortly. Here it is. It's just coming up on our right-hand side of the stream now. It's just coming up on our right-hand side. Here it is. The Bonnyview. Yeah, the Bonnyview, that's it. So we're just passing the Bonnyview Hotel on my right-hand side. And we're just coming back into the Strathpine area. So we're heading north again. And we're heading north from Bald Hills into Strathpine. But if I had a chance, I would love to be on that storm that has just gone through Kilcoy, and it's making its way northeast up towards Conondale and Mullaney. We will see if there's an updated thunderstorm warning from the Bureau. We will see if they've updated their severe storm warning. Most likely they would have, and they have. So they're focusing on severe storm between Rathdowney and Bow Desert, moving southeast, Rathdowney over the border into northeast New South Wales. There's another severe storm west of Warwick, moving up towards Alla and Warwick. The Kilcoy storm that I just mentioned is severe now, moving towards Maroochydore. So if you're on the Sunshine Coast, definitely keep an eye on that severe Kilcoy. There's that other towards Noosa Heads as well. So all of those storms are warned for damaging winds, large hail and heavy rainfall. So the storm that I was just on is now below severe storm limits, which is completely understandable. That's no longer a severe storm. So if you are in Allara and Warwick, keep an eye on the severe storm approaching from Inglewood direction. It's got damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall potential. If you're in areas from Bow Desert down to Rathdowney and towards the Queensland New South Wales border, severe storm pushing your way, again with damaging winds, large hail, heavy rainfall potential. It's moving into northeast New South Wales. If you're on the sunny coast, you've got storms coming at you from all directions. You've got storms coming from the Jimna Kingaroy direction towards Pomona, Noosa Heads, Maroochydore. If you're in Maroochydore, Caloundra, you've already got a storm coming through Caloundra now. And then there's a further severe storm at Kilcoy that is really showing a nice hail core on it. So definitely the potential for large hail with that severe storm, as well as damaging winds and heavy rainfall as it moves towards Maroochydore. So if you're in Maroochydore, Caloundra and surrounding areas on the sunny coast, you've got 3 severe storms currently moving your way over or so. So still plenty of severe storm activity going on through southeast Queensland this afternoon. As for me, we're just taking a leisurely drive back through the Bald Hills Flats just to have a look at what the flooding is through here. It doesn't take much for it to flood, especially on the lower road parts of the Bald Hills Flats as you come towards Pine Rivers Park, just past St Paul's College. And if you can look out to the left of the stream screen, you can already see the pools of rain already through on the side of the road. So a good amount of rainfall has moved through here in a short space of time, which has led to this pool of minor flash flooding. But the good news is it's off the roadway, it's on the land, it's not causing any restrictions. Here we go. If we just have a look here, just to the left there. Did the best I could to show you, but we've definitely got some minor flooding through there, just outside Pine Rivers Park on those Bald Hills Flats. But the good news is the roadways are nice and open. There's no restriction or diversions for traffic, and we're starting to see the sun starting to reappear. But if what we're looking at further to the left of the stream screen is where further storms are developing out there as we speak. We're looking north, so what we're going to bring into view very shortly is the storm activity occurring up at the Sunshine Coast and through Kilcoy. So hopefully we get some nice pictures as we continue driving back further north. So some minor pools of flash flooding on the roadway here. Again, nothing of significance. There's the storm activity to our north now that you can see on the stream. You see some nice cloud formation, nice little bit of structure up there. But if you're definitely in Maroochydore and Caloundra, you've got 3 separate severe storms moving your way. And that was my initial target area today, was Esk to Caboolture. That was my target area for today. But I chose to chase a storm coming into Samford, and I was a little bit time delayed getting up towards Caboolture, so I decided to drop onto the one at Samford, which put me out of place from my initial target area. But then I was contemplating heading back up to Caboolture to get a storm, but then I stayed down here to watch what was coming through from Gatton. But the initial target area was that Esk to Caboolture stretch, so I'm quite glad to know the area I chose was definitely in the mix for severe storms today. Having said that though, we've seen some storm activity on the stream this afternoon, most likely just only the heavy rainfall. We did hopefully catch a flash or 2 on the stream with some lightning, but overall it hasn't been too bad of an afternoon. So plenty of severe storm activity occurring across southeast Queensland this afternoon. More storms to come this afternoon and into tonight, as well as some areas of rain, showers. So maybe it's not such a bad night. Maybe curl up on the couch with some takeaway and some Netflix and listen to the rain on the roof. And apart from that, there's really not much else to cover. And we've just got a massive line of storms now. If you have a radar handy in front of you, check it out, and you can just see the line of storms all the way from Maroochydore, all the way down towards Killarney. Just storms lined up everywhere. Again, it's all starting in the west and it's all moving east. It is all moving towards the coast. So we will look at wrapping up this stream pretty soon, because there's really not much else to bring you. There's no real... Here we go, some pooling of water across the road here on Gympie Road as we come through Strathpine up towards Bell's Pocket Road and Samsonvale Road. What we might do quickly on the way back is just take a look at Bell's Pocket Road. That's another road that tends to flood at the drop of a hat when there's some good rainfall on Bell's Pocket Road down towards the Strathpine Swans AFL Club. So we'll head up to the Pine River State High School and we'll take a right turn and we'll head down Bell's Pocket Road and then make our way through there to come back out onto Gympie Road at Launton, up there near the Launton Pool. So for those of you watching, 72 of you, it's great to have you on the stream. If you're just joining us, welcome to Southeast Queensland Storms live here on YouTube. We're currently storm chasing, or we have been storm chasing through Brisbane's north side this afternoon. We're currently at Strathpine, where we've just come through a storm that came across with some real heavy rainfall, quick burst of heavy rainfall with it through the Brisbane Downs, Bald Hills area. And it has caused some very minor flash flooding in the Bald Hills flats, in through the Brisbane Downs areas, but nothing of significance, nothing to be concerned about. Nothing that's going to stop traffic or close roads, just some minor flooding on the side of the road, which should drain away pretty quickly. But like me, if you are on the roads this afternoon, please drive to the conditions, turn your headlights on, stick to the speed limit, give the car in front plenty of space, no tailgating, drive to the conditions, drive safe, so you reach your destination where you are going safely. And remember, if you do come across some flooded roadways this afternoon, if you do come across a flooded roadway or creekway, do not attempt to cross. Simply turn around. If it's flooded, forget it, or turn around, don't drown. Because when you attempt to cross these flooded roadways, not only do you put your own life at risk, but you also put the lives of emergency service personnel, in particular swiftwater rescue crews from the Queensland Fire Department, who may have to come put their own lives on the line or at risk to save yours because of a very silly and stupid decision that was made to cross flooded roadways. So don't do it, just simply turn around. If it's flooded, forget it. So we're going to continue through Strathpine. Once we go through Bell's Pocket Road, we have a look through up there and we get back to Launton. I'm going to end the stream there. We'll wrap that stream up. Again, to stay up to date with all the latest information, and all the latest warnings and radar imagery, you can visit the old BOM website, not that new monstrosity new website that they have. You can go to the old website at www.reg.bom.gov.au/Queensland. The old website again is www.reg.bom.gov.au/Queensland. Just make sure you have the REG in front of the BOM up in your web address section of your browser, and that will take you through to the old platform where it's very easy to find the warnings and radar imagery. So again, if you're on the Sunshine Coast, up at Maroochydore, Caloundra, you're starting to cop a bit of a pizzling up there at the moment. 3 severe storms moving that direction. Things are starting to clear here through Brisbane's north side, which is good. Further storms developing up near Crow's Nest, up towards Yarraman, between Yarraman and Crow's Nest. We've got further storms developing through there, moving through towards the east. We have further storms out through that Mount Glorious S direction, moving east, back towards Brisbane's north side, and then further south, occurring granite belt as well. So we're just coming down Pocket Road. If there's anything across the roadway down here near the Strathpine Swans AFL Club. James Saunders, cheers Ben, enjoyed the stream. Thanks for watching, James. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you for watching. And to all of our members from our Facebook platform tuning in this afternoon, thank you very much for your support and thanks for watching. For everyone watching from YouTube world, from the YouTube space, thank you very much. We appreciate you. There's still 59 of you watching, which is great to see. And we're just coming down Bell's Pocket Road now. The Strathpine Swans AFL Club's off to my right. And you can see the sign here, road subject to flooding. So it is a common flood-prone area down here. But the good news is the road is open. There's no rain. There's no water across the roadway. It's open. It's good. So the creek is high though. The creek is high, but nothing of significance. So that is good to see. NFL RO5WY. I'm new. Great to have you on the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you like what you see. There'll be plenty more streams like this when we chase for the remainder of storm season 2025-2026 here in southeast Queensland. And if you take a look at our YouTube channel, you'll see that we mostly use our YouTube channel to post our content. So our storm chase videos and storm footage that we've captured over the many years that we've been chasing. But we've decided to start venturing into live streaming on YouTube when we're actually out and about chasing. So stay tuned here on our YouTube channel. You'll see more storm chases that we host here on the channel when we're out around southeast Queensland chasing storms, and you can strap yourself in with us and get a front row seat to some storm action across southeast Queensland. We're also on X and Twitter. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. Simply go to those social media platforms and search QLD Storms and you'll see us. And we're across all major social media platforms. So the good news is Bell's Pocket Road at Strathpine is open on Brisbane's north side. Things are starting to ease off here for the time being, but this might just be a little short break reprieve before more lines of storms move through from the west. So I will wrap the stream up in the next couple of minutes, but before I do, I'll just recap the situation as it stands for southeast Queensland at the moment. And as it stands, we have multiple severe storms continuing across southeast Queensland. The first one is to the south of Allara and Warwick. It is moving towards Allara and Warwick. The second storm is between Rathdowney, moving southeast over towards northeastern New South Wales over the border. The next severe storm activity is all through the Sunshine Coast, and if you are in the Maroochydore, Caloundra areas, you're probably going to be under the pump by now for severe storm activity. Severe storm near Caloundra. Second severe storm moving through from the Kingaroy Jimna area towards Pomona, Noosa Heads and areas between Noosa Heads down to Maroochydore. And then a third severe storm that has just moved through Kilcoy, currently moving towards Caloundra and Maroochydore and surrounding areas as well. All of those storms that I just mentioned are severe warned officially by the Bureau of Meteorology as severe storms that are capable of producing damaging winds, large hail and heavy rainfall. As we go through from now through to this afternoon and into tonight, the threat of more storms and rain continues, and we are already seeing more storms develop further to the west. We're seeing further storm development around Crow's Nest, Gatton, Yarraman, Carrara, Glenelg, just near Pittsworth. We're still seeing further storms developing out there, with those storms likely to move from the west right through to the east coast as we push through into tonight. So definitely more wet weather, more storm action on the way as we go into tonight. There's also the possibility of more storms tomorrow for a third day in a row across southeast Queensland, so make sure you tune in for that as well. If there's any storm potential of significance tomorrow, I will be back out on the road chasing, and again, you will find my live stream here on YouTube. If you're on our Facebook platform and you're on our private members group on our Facebook platform, as always, the YouTube link will be provided there for you to access this stream. But with that said, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and McDonald's is here on the left. It is Big Happy Day today, so if you can, drop into your local McDonald's and buy a Big Mac, because obviously all the money raised from the sale of a Big Mac on McHappy Day today, as we know, goes to a very worthwhile charity, the Ronald McDonald Foundation, the Ronald McDonald House, and it's a very essential charity for obviously looking after sick and ill children. So if you can buy a Big Mac, I'll be getting Maccas for dinner very shortly, and I'll be getting some Big Macs to obviously donate to the Ronald McDonald Foundation to keep up the great work that they do. But with that said, to all of you, 73 of you watching the stream this afternoon, it was great to have you with us. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. I know it was only some heavy rain that we went through, but there was some rain getting splashed on the car. There was cars going through the floodwater at quite a fast speed that fluck up some water. We saw some lightning activity, but stay tuned for further streams where we'll have some more action, storm action for you as we get out and about and chase down these storms. But with that said, thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube. Click that subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for further streams. But with that said, enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, and I will catch you on the next live stream. Thank you very, very much for watching.